Today I'm breaking down DMZ Season 2's patch notes. If you haven't played DMZ, you don't know what it is, but you follow my channel and you just want to know more about it, definitely tune into this. Make sure you listen to everything I have to say about this, because I'm telling you, there's some big changes coming to DMZ that might actually shape it to be something spectacular. Look, if you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, hit that sub button, press that like button. Let's get right into it, gang. Alright gang, the path to Season 2 DMZ update. So listen, there's been a lot of hype behind DMZ and I figured I wanted to cover these patch notes today. So it says, hello DMZ community, it's been a thrilling first season of DMZ as the team at Infinity Ward has watched and played alongside with you. We watched players chase weapon cases, hunt enemy squads, solve Building 21, and explore the mini locked spaces of Al Mazrah. So they're trying to with this update make DMZ a little more exhilarating. They're adding new bosses, they're gonna add new twists and turns to DMZ that I think are gonna make it a little more electric. My biggest problem I had with DMZ, I played Tarkov for a very long time, so DMZ wasn't really as rewarding or fulfilling, but I think that might change with the Ashika Island and their DMZ mode for this map. It seems really cool, so let's go ahead and break into that. So for the locations, obviously we got Ashika Island, we're gonna have Building 21 and Al Mazrah. The biggest one being Ashika Island. We're gonna have a new weapons case, a new boss, the bomb maker, new locked and dangerous spaces for you to access and explore, and more. This basically explains that it's going to be the new like resurgence map. It says players will infiltrate on the shores of the island before making their way inland. Infiltration is under heavy fog that can impact combat by providing cover for both operators and occupying forces. Shadow Company. So it's going to be super foggy when you're playing DMZ. I don't expect it to be foggy during resurgence. I think that's hopefully more geared towards DMZ and the tactical gameplay, but we'll have to see as we go. Refresh and reset. We previously announced that Season 2 will include a reset and faction mission refresh. Here's exactly what that entails. A lot of people have been freaking out about their resets. So contraband weapon inventories will be rolled back to the starting weapons. Key inventories will be emptied. Faction missions and mission progress will reset to make room for an updated mission set that incorporates all exclusion zones. So what that means, your entire inventory, your guns, everything like that is going to reset in all of your keys, which I think is a good thing. It gives people something to grind for. I just hope with this reset that they're going to add lots of new missions that are going to be pretty neat. It says last week we confirmed ensured weapon slots unlocked through previous faction mission progress will not be reset, so you will get your ensured weapon slots. You'll be able to keep those. However, if you did not lock an additional ensured slot in Season 1, the new Season 2 requirements to do so should take much less time. So that's kind of frustrating if you were like grinding to get all those unlocked. If you do have them all unlocked, you get to keep them. But if you're fresh to DMZ, if you've never played it, it's your first time watching one of my videos and you're just now learning about DMZ, now's the time to do it. You can go in and you can get all of your ensured weapon slots covered right now, and it will be easier than it was. For clarity on any Season 1 progress, all Season 1 mission and boss enemy rewards, for example, previously acquired Al Mazrah weapon case rewards, will not reset with the exception of contraband and keys. So that means if you got the M13 from the boss in Al Mazrah, you get to keep that blueprint, stuff like that, but you're not going to be able to keep your keys, anything like that, or your contraband. Why are we doing a refresh? Mission progress in Season 1 got too difficult too quickly. With Season 2, we are making sure each mission's challenge and time requirements are more balanced. They need to make it too difficult. That's what makes this game mode super fun. But hey, we're catering to like the 50-year-old man who just got off of work with this game now. So adapt and overcome, I guess. We gotta endure and survive. The key stash will now be able to hold specific mission items that you must gather from one exclusion zone and bring to another. This allows us to have longer form missions that utilize all of our exclusion zones. With the new mission set, we can employ multi-location missions that send players to Al Mazrah, to Ashika Island, and to Building 21. That's super cool. So they're gonna have missions where you actually have to go to all 3 maps. I think that's super fun. The mission refresh is made up of new missions, updated missions, and missions we felt worked really well from Season 1. So we'll probably keep the fan favorite missions, get rid of the ones that people didn't really like, and then we'll have new ones in the mix. So that's pretty neat. To complete this reset, DMZ may have to go offline for a few hours ahead of the launch of Season 2. We'll be sharing details on that and timing on that soon. No big deal. Everyone can hop over to Warzone and get touched up before Rebirth comes out. We got a whole new faction coming out. It's going to be Crown. Modern Warfare 2 owners will have access to mission orders from a brand new 4th faction, the Crown. This is where people are starting to get frustrated with DMZ. I saw this news break on Twitter last week and I didn't know how I felt about it, but this is the fine print right here, gang. Again, this faction will only be available for Modern Warfare 2 owners. That's pay to win. It's super frustrating. I hate that. But hey, if you don't have it and you're a huge DMZ fan, if that's a selling point for you, you know it is. If not, I wouldn't cave into that. I think that is a load of crap, man, that they're making it where you have to buy the game to get a new faction. I mean, whatever. They're going to do what they're going to do. But hey, if you have it, you're excited for it, there you go. If you don't have the game, I hate to inform you, this faction will only be available for MW2 owners. I recently shared changes. Enemy tuning in Season 1, the AI and DMZ were challenging, but the ramp up of difficulty was often steep for some players, getting overwhelmed. In Season 2, we've introduced a number of balancing changes to adjust the types of AI spawning, the number of AI, and the accuracy of AI at range, and much more. So AI got a nerf. So essentially it says, we can assure you that AI combatants in DMZ are still not to be taken lightly. I don't know. They're already pretty, like, I mean, they're bots. They're not nothing crazy. It's not like scavs and Tarkov. Like, they light you up, but they don't actually fry you out. But hey, they're getting nerfed. So if you're having a hard time, look no further. Spawn points, we're tuning some of the infill points across Al-Mazr for improved early match experience based on gameplay data share. I think what they mean by this is I hate spawning like super far away from other groups or like super far away from objectives. Probably going to spawn a little bit more inland or maybe more towards black sites where you can actually get in and get some work done. Mission difficulty tuning, data and feedback reinforced that the faction mission difficulty ramp was too aggressive for many players, and that demanding scale ultimately made it very challenging to unlock the second ensured weapon slot, completing all tier 3 missions in Season 1. So essentially they're nerfing the missions and the enemy tuning. Honestly, it's the last thing I wanted to read about that. I was hoping that they'd like buff everything, make it more challenging. There's nothing more rewarding than beating a game that is extremely hard, way too hard. That's what makes it addicting and fun. So I hope they still have an aspect of missions that are just like crazy hard. When you beat them, everyone is just like jumping up and down, the whole chat goes crazy, your party goes crazy. I definitely hope they have that factor still, because as of right now they're making DMZ more baby proof. I don't know, man. Crashes, this is a huge ordeal right here. Crashes, it's a huge problem for DMZ and Warzone. We know that crashes are especially impactful in DMZ if you lose your items and contraband weapons as a result. Addressing these crashes is priority for Season 2. There's nothing more frustrating than going into a raid in DMZ, dying to, or losing to a crash and then not being able to get your stuff back. So that's frustrating. Future seasons. It says future seasons will bring more changes and new content to DMZ. While DMZ is still in beta, our hope is to continue growing, getting feedback to shape future iterations of the game. We do not intend to apply a mission refresh every season. Instead, we're excited to try different approaches each season to continually improve the DMZ experience. More to come. Stay frosty, gang. That's gonna do the breakdown for DMZ. Look, if you're excited for it, I think it's gonna be a load of fun. I'm definitely gonna upload some DMZ content to the channel in Season 2. Something I didn't do for any of Season 1. That's something I kind of like play on the side every so often. But for Ashika Island, these new bosses, I think when I go for Bomb Maker, I'll definitely make that a video. And hopefully there's a challenge where you have to take out a boss in DMZ to get a weapon. I think that'd be a fun video. But gang, if you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, hit that sub button, crush that like button, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it.